Hey folks, it's Finn. Aren't these amazing? So today I'm packing to go away to a festival, hence all the camping gear and hence the glasses. I love going to festivals. They're the highlight of my year, not just for the music, but because the joy of being able to take my top off never gets old. I mean, I'm 4 years post-top surgery and I still get that rush of excitement every time I can take my shirt off and feel the sun on my back and the breeze through my chest hair. It's just amazing. It's really important though to remember to be safe in the sun, especially for us trans folk who have had lots of surgeries and have lots of scars. So I thought it might be helpful if I share my sun safety tips with you. If you can take me seriously after seeing me in these. And this. Come on, let's be serious. Good scar care for in the sun involves using a complete sunblock forever. The reason why it's so important to protect scars in the sun is because scars burn far more easily than regular skin, especially when it's a large graft like this. And also, when a scar is in its early days of healing, in the first kind of 2 years, if you sunburn it or you're just in strong sunlight with a lot of UVA and UVB rays, that can then damage the skin and affect the healing process negatively. So you really want to be vigilant about always covering your scars with the maximum sunblock you can find. If you look at the children's range, they often do much higher, plus they're waterproof, sweat resistant as well, which really helps. It's not just about the factor either, but you also need to look at the star rating. You'll see on products that they've got a little circle at the back, and then you'll see this. There are a maximum of 5 stars that a product can receive, and you want to be looking for a product that has as maximum amount of stars as possible, because then you're going to get the factor protection as well as protection from the UVA and UVB rays. Now, you might be surprised to hear, as I was when I discovered this, that actually it tends to be the own brand products that have the highest star rating. So don't be fooled into thinking that because you're paying more for a product, you're actually getting much more protection, because that's not the case at all. For example, a bottle of Ombre Solaire, other brands are available. If you look at its rating, it's only got 3 stars compared to the 5 that the Superdrug's own product had. So watch that, look for the highest factor as possible for your scars, and look at the highest star rating as well for your scars, because those two combined will give you the best protection. Because it's really important as well, even when you're covered, when you've got a t-shirt on, or if you use an arm sleeve, but the UV rays will still penetrate that. So even if you are covering with a t-shirt or an arm sleeve, you still need to put sunblock on underneath that to protect for those UVA and UVB rays. My sun care routine involves first spraying my chosen factor all over myself. I always use a spray because it's so much easier to cover yourself, especially when it comes to doing your back, and I've got scars underneath my bum cheeks as well. So all the hard to reach places can be got to much easier by a spray. I love Superdrug's own. Again, it's got the 5-star rating. It's perfect. It's transparent, it's not greasy, goes on easy, Bob's your uncle. Once that's gone everywhere, then I use a sunblock for the scars. For sunblock, I have tried 2 different products. That's a roll-on and a stick. Now they're both factor 50. This is Boots, this is Superdrug. Again, they've both got the 5-star rating that the more expensive brands do not have. These are both water resistant and sweat resistant. Out of the 2 though, I prefer the stick. The roll-on was okay, but the trouble with it is, it just starts to leak after a while, and also when you apply it, it goes on very easily, but when you apply it, you've got to roll it on first and then rub it in. And so the problem is you've then got factor 50 on your hands, and if you don't want to put that and then get random patches of non-sun, you've got to wash your hands. Whereas with the stick, the great thing about this is that it's really thick. So you simply just put it on like that, and there's no rubbing in required because the action of actually doing that rubs it in. It's so easy to use. The thing with it is it does tend to wear down in the middle compared to the edges, and if you're on a sandy beach you get sand stuck in it and you get free exfoliation. But still, I prefer the stick over this any day, and this has actually lasted far longer than the roll-on has. For folks that feel a bit conscious of their scars in the sun, I accidentally discovered something a few years ago that I no longer use, but I've recommended to other people because it's really helpful, and that is Zinc nose coat. Now this is a complete sunblock as well, and it's what the skiers use. You know, you see them with like the brightly coloured stripes here. So this is for skiers who don't want those bright stripes, so it's nude colour. Now, the accidental side effect of this is it acts as a concealer. If you put it on your chest surgery scars, it actually does fade them out. Now, you have to remember that this isn't designed as a concealer. That's not what it's for. So, in saying that, it doesn't rub in the same way that concealers would. I.e., if you put a white t-shirt on, it will come off on your clothing. What I did think about doing and never tried was just getting a transparent powder, and after applying it you could possibly put that on and then it would seal it in the same way that seals in foundation. Not that I know about these things, but if you're going around with your shirt off and you haven't got to worry about white clothing, this is really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Again, it's a sunblock, but as I say, it just helps to dull down those scars. Zinc nose coat. So that's my scar routine. I always keep this on me. It's easy to carry around, it's really portable. Then at least if I forget to protect the rest of myself, if I'm a naughty boy, at least my graft is protected if that's out in the sun, because it always is. And if I do get my top off, at least I've got this on me. But do remember that nothing blocks sun completely. Those rays will still get through. So take breaks, especially in early days. I know it's so tempting to get your top off. I was the same, but be measured in doing it. Make sure it's protected, and then keep having breaks in the midday sun. Keep protected. Keep putting that stuff on. Have fun. Enjoy your new free body. But stay safe. It's Trans Pride Brighton this coming weekend, and I just want to wish everybody a really, really happy Trans Pride. I have some sad news. It's sad for me as well that I'm actually not going to be there this year. I know. It was a really, really hard decision. When I moved to Eastbourne in November, tickets for Truck Festival were on sale. And at the time, I was so socially anxious. I actually didn't think I'd be able to manage Trans Pride anyway. I do feel a lot better now. But I need a festival. I really, really do. For those that know me, you'll know how much festivals mean to me. They're where I go each year to kind of regroup and regather. They're quite a spiritual retreat for me, and as there's no Glastonbury this year, I'm just going to one small festival. One that I've not been to for a long time since I split up with my ex-partner, so it's about time I got back there. So it's been a really, really hard decision, and I will really miss everybody so much. But have a great Trans Pride Brighton, and if I don't see you at main Brighton Pride itself, I will see you next year at Trans Pride Brighton. I promise I won't miss another year. Take care of yourselves, everybody. See you next week for your next Finstallment. Bye bye.